My next guest is coming off a TKO victory over Justin Jaynes at UFC Vegas 18 on Saturday. It is Devonte King Cage Smith back here on the program. Devonte, how's it going, man?
It's going good. I'm 11-2.
I know. It was really cool to see. Let's just start there first. How much weight is lifted off your shoulders being off for that long, having the injury, having the opponent switched up, and then you get this TKO win?
A lot, man. A lot, man. Like, I was like, whoo, because when they said it was over, I'm like, what? Oh, yes, cool. So it felt good, man. A lot of weight's been lifted off my shoulders, bro.
It certainly has. And another switch up in an opponent. You're supposed to fight Alex Da Silva. They tell you you're fighting Justin Jaynes. What's going through your head when that happens? Because you're like, not again, because it seems like this happened in a lot of your fights.
Well, like you said, it's happened in a lot of my fights, so I'm just using those experiences like, it's just another day. I ain't really put too much thought into it. It's a fight, got to do what I got to do to get the win.
Did you know much about Justin before taking the fight? Because he's like a pretty nice guy. I could see there being kind of like how you had to fight Kama, where it's like one of your buddies. But, how was it just having to fight him on short notice?
I don't know him.
Okay, good.
Friend, so he was just somebody in my way. So there was no connection in any way, shape, or form.
How was the overall fight week experience for you with it being during the pandemic and the testing and all that? Did that throw you off at all, or how did you feel fight week?
No, back in my mind, I knew I was going. I'm speaking positive. Back in my mind, I knew I wasn't gonna have COVID. I was like, shoot, if I ain't got it now, as long as I, stay within the rule set of, got to be in the hotel room, can't really leave unless you take a UFC vehicle, and I'm pretty cool with that, just chilling. I don't have to go have fun and do all this extra stuff on fight week. I'm cool, just chilling, watching anime and being on my phone, just, staying focused. And, I was happy. Truthfully, I was very relaxed, very happy. And I was like, obviously I had nerves, but I was excited at the same time.
Yeah, just to get back in there, long road back, obviously, with the injury and the layoff and all that stuff. How did you feel in there? I mean, watching at home, you look pretty comfortable. It looked like you were on point, really, and striking looked great. But how did you feel in there? You mentioned a bit of nerves, like you usually have.
I felt present. I felt there. And, that's actually what I wanted. I wanted to be present. I wanted to be there. And, like, I heard my coaches, but I heard myself more. I was like so into it. Like I felt locked in. I felt in the zone. I don't know any other cliche way to say like I was there, but I had, at the end of the day, after I won the fight, I had fun. But while I was in there, it wasn't like a fun mentality. It was a hurt and get out type of mentality. But now that I can, I got the win, I get to sit back and take it in. It's like, oh, I had fun.
Anything surprise you about Justin in the fight?
No. No.
Kind of what you expected. Yeah, because I guess with, when you have an opponent switch up like that, you kind of don't have time to really, study up on your opponent. It's more of just like, hey, I'll focus on what I'm good at.
Yeah. And, the only thing that surprised me was what he said on Instagram about the whole me looking down, and it shows that I may be either hiding a lie or hiding fear. But I ain't look at that until like the next day, because I ain't see it till the next day. So I thought that was funny. So other than that, man, nothing really like surprised me. I was when I did see him at the PI, I did walk up to him. My bad, phone everywhere else. I did walk up to him and I said, I appreciate you taking the fight. We touching gloves or not? He was like, I touch gloves. I'm like, all right, cool. Kept moving.
Okay. I'm sure you saw his eye during the fight, like with it getting pretty big. Were you expecting the fight to get stopped? Like, what, or was there a part of you like, man, what's it going to take to get this guy out of here?
Nope. I was ready to keep fighting. To the truth, I when we were on the ground and I was slapping him, I was so surprised how much he was reacting off of it, because I didn't know his eye was swole. But when I tried to get the rear naked choke, I was going one way, my professor wanted me to go another way. Then that's when he reversed it, and I got up. And when I noticed his eye was swollen, I was like, okay, cool. I ain't about to got time for this. Stand up, because now you only see from one side. And I thought we was going to keep going, and the referee stopped it. and he told me to go over there, and I was just looking up at the screen, the big screen, and I noticed that it was getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, okay, when he about to say, come on, because I'm just in my head ready just to turn around and start going again. And I seen the referee wave his hands, and I was like, oh, I won? Cool.
And sort of last thing about leading up to the fight, your teammate Yusuf Zalal also fought, did not end up winning his fight. Did that impact you at all, or is that just something you just went on sort of, in the zone, didn't even worry about that, went right into the fight?
I got a lot of love for Yusuf, but I couldn't focus on that,
Yeah.
It sucked to see him lose, but I couldn't focus on that because I still got to fight, But after a good teammate, good friend, checked up on him, man, she was cool. Before I even left, had to make sure he was cool. But nah, it didn't affect me. I would have been just as focused if he won as if he lost.
And how did you celebrate after the fight?
What did I do? Oh man, I chilled, man. I just went to the house. I went to the hotel. I got a pre-roll, and I was chill at the hotel, man.
That's a perfect way to celebrate, I'm sure. Just nice and chill, nice and chill.
Yeah, and then washed up, went to go see my manager. Ate a little food, then went to a hotel and got some more food. And I went to sleep.
Yeah, no, of course. A big fight like that, a lot of emotion going into it too, like you said, just with everything you've been through the last year. And then I got to ask, did you have people hitting you up about the sweaters? Because I've heard a lot of people talk about them, the sweater that you made, the red one that I have and that a lot of your teammates have.
Yeah, man. Actually, my dude, my photographer Congo was like, bro, you need to come out with some more, because when I was in Vegas, man, everybody kept stopping me, and when he went to Extreme Couture, and he was like, man, they even knew who you was, off the bat, they knew. So
it's working. There you go, the brand, right?
Yeah. So I was like, cool. I'm thinking about coming out with some pink ones now. So yeah. Good
stuff. That's good. And speaking of which, when are you heading back home? You said tomorrow, right? At the time of recording this, it is what, February 9th, I think? Yeah.
Yep. So February 10th, I'll be home, spending time with the family. I'm excited because I've been gone for 2.5 months. They've been missing me. I've been missing them. And, just being back in Cleveland. Like, I love Denver, man. It is like a second home. It takes me away from my Cleveland mentality to a certain extent. It's a different environment. It's a lot of sunshine, but home is home, and I miss it. Even though it got a lot of snow and it's cold and it got that frigid cold, I ain't excited about that, bro. But I am excited to be home, in Cleveland.
So you just go home for a couple of weeks and then come back, or what's the plan?
I'm going home and just chilling, relaxing, and healing up. And once my body say, all right, cool, you ready for another one, I'll be right back in. So I don't really have a time period right now, but I'm going to fight again this year, most definitely.
For sure. Probably summer, fall. Is that what you're thinking of? Because do you have any bumps and bruises from that fight?
Yeah, man. I got a couple. I punched him in the top of his dome, man. He got a hard head. I was mad that happened because I was aiming. I was trying to aim, get his chin, but when I threw, when I throw, he'll flinch. He'll do like stuff like this. So my hands would kind of like bounce off and hit the top of his dome. What else? Yeah, I got a couple of nicks and bruises. He kicked my leg a couple times and I checked him. And I was on YouTube and I seen that he said that I checked his kick and it hurt him. I'm like, oh, okay. This is why my shin hurts then. Okay, that's why my shin hurts. Because when you fighting that adrenaline rush, you don't remember nothing.
You don't feel it until the next day, right?
Yeah. So I want to chill, relax, and heal.
Okay, that makes sense. And then I know you said it already post-fight, but I'll ask again, like, no opponents in mind? You just leave that up to your coaches, just see what they think, and then you'll go from there?
Yeah, that's how I've always been. Until it starts actually mattering. Because at the end of the day, even when it starts mattering, it's in their best interest to pick the best fights for me. You know? So, I mean, if it's somebody like tomorrow they hit me up like, hey, they're giving you the perfect opportunity to fight Khabib. No. I can say no. No, I'm not doing that. But, if Khabib is back and if he does stay, which I doubt, but if he does, and I say is 2 years from now, and I climbed up the ranks and they said Khabib, and I truly felt like, okay, yeah, it's my time to shine, then yeah, I got him.
Okay. Yeah, it's got to be the right scenario for you to come back a little bit sooner. But for now, it's just sort of taking time at home, healing up, getting the batteries you charge, so to speak, and then get right back to it, right? So good stuff. Well, we'll be keeping tabs on it. But in the meantime, man, enjoy the victory tour. If you got anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, I'll give you the last word.
All right. Well, big shout out to Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see. A big shout out to Factory X, all my sponsors, my family for having my back. And yeah, follow me on KOE_KING KAGE USD. He gonna put like a thing at the bottom. So my mess up, he got me on that.